Welfare Secretary Dinky Soliman says poverty is a disaster, highlighting a main goal of the Aquino administration. She says cutting down poverty builds resilience into communities. She encourages communities to, in her words, communicate, coordinate, and collaborate.
The perspective of what we are just saying, that the new normal emphasizes that poverty in itself is a disaster, and therefore we must address poverty, and as people gain back their ability to stand on their own feet, on self-sufficiency, then they can be resilient against disaster.
Soliman stresses the need for a science-based framework where people could easily understand hazards and risks. She also proposes the implementation of a relief highway, pre-positioned assets for local government units in high-risk areas, and the cleanup of debris in disaster areas within the first 24 hours. Another speaker at the conference, Senator Loren Legarda, calls for gender sensitivity when creating post-disaster rehabilitation plans. She says women are vulnerable to disasters.
More than 3.5 million women and girls were affected, according to statistics. 250,000 of them were pregnant. 169,000 were breastfeeding. Their distinct nutritional needs make coping with disasters even tougher for them. Also, displacement from their homes put them at greater risk of sexual violence and of falling prey to human traffickers.
Legarda says development work, risk reduction, and climate change adaptation must actively involve women. She cites many examples of women who led communities towards recovery after Haiyan.
We need actually to do more capacitation of women, not only as primary caregivers in times of disaster and economic distress, but also as part of the overall strategy on disaster risk reduction and management. To empower women is to reduce the vulnerability to disasters. Let me just